Ah, the great outdoors.
Oh, another festival goer. It is very good to see you. I am sorry if I am not myself. As I'm sure you can see, I have been one of the victims of the unknown great curse, and, well, it has affected me more than I would like to admit. Unfortunately, I was struck by this curse before I could get much headway on this year's event. Luckily, I started on the creation of the Neggs long before. But as for the hiding of the Neggs and clues to find them, let's just say I am sort of winging it this year. An unfortunate choice of words. Anyways, I sincerely apologize if I am unable to muster up my usual colorful self, but I hope you are still able to enjoy this year's festivities for the both of us. It's the start of another festival, so I hit the Negg somewhere central, near some treats that no one would call inedible.
You find the Neggs just sort of placed on the counter. Kari sort of shyly picks them up.
Great job finding these. Which one would you like? You'll easily find these Neggs somewhere sweet, if you think lakes are neat.
The Neggs are in a bowl next to some chocolate. Hopefully, the shopkeep wasn't about to cook them. Kari pours the Neggs out of the bowl.
Maybe a treat will help cheer me up. But first, which Negg do you want? You'll sure be bouncy if you… I can't think of a rhyme. The Neggs are in the Rue Island souvenir shop.
Kari is already there holding the Neggs. Kari holds them out to you.
Sorry about today. I'll do better tomorrow, I promise. In the meantime, which Negg do you want? I'm sorry for yesterday. I just can't seem to get myself together. Just give me a moment here, and I'll be ready with a decent clue today. I promise.
Hello, Kari. May I bother you for a moment?
Oh, Ryan, what are you doing here?
Mira asked me if I could stop by. She said she would do it herself, but you already told her under no circumstances should she busy herself with the festival when the world needs her right now. And when she went to protest, you said if she even tried to stop by, you'd make her regret it, which she refused to elaborate on.
Yes, I know that last part. I was there.
Right, of course. My apologies.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so curt. I'm just, well, you know.
No need to apologize. I fully understand. It is to that point that I have come here. I would like to accompany you and aid in another year's festivities, if you will have me, that is.
Thank you for the offer, Orion. But I heard about what happened during the Advent calendar. Are you sure you are feeling well enough?
Yes. I admit I was in rough shape there for a time, but the intense dreams and visions subsided soon after. I was plagued for a bit once again during the month of awakening, but neither I nor Queen Fiora could make sense of those visions, and ever since then, not even the playing of the lyre has brought forth a revelation.
So you're doing better? You still look rather tired.
Now my studies for answers is what keeps me up most nights, but no need to worry about that. Let's get back to the matter at hand. I heard you were struggling to hide the Neggs and provide adequate riddles for them. I shall happily take up those tasks for you, and all you need to worry about is seeing the smiling faces of those who find them. Sound good?
I don't know what to say.
Just say today's riddle. I already have it written out for you.
Our good friend Orion is here to help. The Neggs are now hidden someplace no one should hear you yell.
You cheer when you find the Neggs hidden among the book stacks. Bernard, the shopkeeper, shushes you. Kari picks up a book titled Space Exploration.
Oh, Mira has been wanting me to read this. Maybe I'll buy it. After you pick a Negg, of course. If you consider yourself a connoisseur of classical decor, you'll find these Neggs where you go shopping galore.
The stash of Neggs is hidden up high on an ornate chandelier. Kari gets them down for you.
Of course Orion hides some here. This is one of his favorite shops. Anyways, which Negg do you want? Surrounded by trinkets, these Neggs do lay. To find them, you may have to talk to a shopkeeper who speaks in a peculiar way.
Hoka smiles jokingly as you ask to see the Neggs hidden behind his back. Kari thanks him for keeping them safe as he gets back to work.
This is a very popular shop. I'm glad he kept these close by. Which Negg would you like?
Kari, I had another dream last night. A strong one.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be bringing this up during the festival.
It's okay. If there's one thing I know about my festival goers, it is that they are often happy to help out whenever needed. So if you feel comfortable doing so, maybe you can tell me about your dream.
It was strange. It was the first one I've had that has so clearly been about some place in Neopia.
Oh yeah? Where was it?
I suppose I can't be certain, but the dream was dark besides that of the glow of molten lava. That has to be Motara, right?
Seems like it. What does that mean, though?
I don't know. I guess I can travel there tonight after I hide tomorrow's Neggs.
Do you want me to come with you?
No, that's okay. You stay focused on the festival. I'll be back before you know it.
These Neggs are protected by some of the most glorious buddies around. If you're lucky enough to take one home, you won't be let down.
A hydruplet is guarding the stash as though it is his very own hoard. Kari quickly replaces the Neggs with lookalikes.
I wouldn't want him to be sad his first hoard was disrupted. Perhaps I'll also give him the Neggs you don't choose.
Hi, Kari. I've got news on my mission.
Did you go to Molterra?
Yes, but I couldn't find anything.
Have you tried playing the Lyre again?
It hasn't done much since the intense visions of the Advent calendar, and Queen Fior has advised me to refrain from playing the Lyre whenever possible. But yes, I did. However, I had barely started when there was a big quake in the city. After that, I was bombarded by multiple visions.
If you need to focus on this, I would understand.
No, I gave my word to the Great Space Fairy that I would help. Besides, I would not abandon my friend in her time of need.
Orion,
Hush now. Not another word on the matter. Besides, the festival may be just what I need for these circumstances. I can't manage this search on my own, but perhaps your festival goers can help out. I can keep an eye out as I hide the Neggs, but if they could also look around as they search for them, then we would cover a lot of ground fairly quickly.
That's a great idea, but only if they feel up to it.
Of course, all that is needed is for them to keep an eye out for anything odd around Neopia and to report back to me if they happen to see anything. The festival can still go on like normal, and I can preserve energy, as well as look into why the visions are back and what they could mean. The visions are too jumbled for me to pinpoint a starting place, so please don't overwork yourself. Even if you can only report back one strange occurrence a day, that would be enough to help me out.
There's no need to take the Neggs up as a sacrifice, but if you have a couple of stones, you could throw them in for a price.
The Neggs are balanced precariously next to the edge of the volcano. Kari has you walk a bit away from the volcano before talking.
I'll have to speak with Orion about ensuring your safety after this, but for now, choose a Negg.
Let me know if you see anything strange out there today. I don't know what just happened, but my visions are a bit more clear. It seems like there are now only 7 places around Neopia flashing before my eyes. Come visit me so we can discuss the next steps. So you saw something strange around the same time my visions got slightly clearer, but you didn't get a good look at it? Okay, well, that is something to work off of. Keep an eye out for more. Maybe we can figure out how it's all connected.
Where delights are so enticing you'd sprout wings and fly. These Neggs are next to some heavenly pie.
The scent of the fairy apple pie they were next to is what drew you to these Neggs right away. The shopkeeper gives Kari the pie, along with the Neggs. Kari thanks her and turns to you.
Pie should lift my spirits some. Oh, here. Choose a Negg.
So the strange thing is some sort of creature, but it disappeared before you could get too close. Well, I suppose it's only a theory at this point, but this seems connected. Maybe try and figure out if there is any sort of connection between the places it shows up. Kari, if I may ask, how are you doing? I know there isn't much known about what is happening, but I thought you may want to talk about it anyway.
I'm sorry, Orion. I'm not sure I'm up for talking about me, but I do worry for the rest of Neopia. There have been a few well-known cases, but everyday citizens are starting to be affected at random, so there's no way to figure out how everyone could be connected. I've talked with Naya, and nothing seems to be able to help. Not the fountain. Paintbrushes, nothing. If something isn't done soon, I don't know what it could mean for Neopia. You might actually be one of our best hopes, Orion.
What do you mean?
Those visions of yours had you convinced something terrible was coming to Neopia. Perhaps they were meant to warn us of this gray curse.
I don't know. The things I've seen, they didn't really show anything useful.
I'm sure they did in some way.
I don't even know why or how they happened, or why they are back now. I'm not sure I can take much more of this.
I believed in your abilities back when we first met, and I believe in you now. You'll figure something out.
All right, if you can smile even through all this, then I suppose I can keep pushing on as well.
If all the merchandise has a small smile, you'll know you're close to finding the next Negg pile.
The shopkeep seems to have drawn smiley faces on them to help them blend in. Kari cleans them up before talking with you.
Sorry if you like the smiles. You can draw them back on after you pick one if you want.
Okay, this strange creature you keep seeing has to be connected to my visions. It seems like each time you chase it away, my visions dwindle. It's almost as if the creature is being chased away for good. But why would it go there in the first place?
Finding these Neggs does not depend on your methodology, but if you know where, you can find arms of quality.
The Negg stash is hidden amongst a barrel of weapons. Kari carefully picks them all up.
Look at that. Not even a scratch. Which of the Neggs would you like?
It seems like this creature appears in warm places, often places that have food as well. That doesn't narrow it down too much, but it is certainly something. Keep up the good work.
You can learn all the insights of those long gone after you find these Neggs amongst parchments with curses upon.
The Neggs are wrapped up in papyrus. Kari unwraps them.
Like opening a present. Which one do you want?
The visions of places around Neopia are too hectic for me to really take in, no matter the number. Yet, one place is getting clearer and clearer as we progress. Perhaps once we eliminate all the other locations, I'll be able to make sense of it all. What you said to me the other day about believing in my abilities back during last year's festivities, it got me thinking. Ever since I found the Lyre, I have consulted my cards many a time, but never garnered much information from them when it came to anything pertaining to the Lyre or my visions. But during last year's festival, I was able to gather more power through the help of a festival goer.
So, do you need them to interact with your cards again?
No, sadly, I think even with the help of many festival goers, we would not be able to crack the secrets behind the Lyre with just my cards alone. But the premise behind the help I received is what struck an idea in my head. The strongest visions I've had happened during the Advent calendar, one of the biggest events of the year. Tons of Neopians gather together to celebrate it. No visions I've had yet have matched the ones during that event, but I did encounter another bout of dreams and visions during the month of awakening. They weren't nearly as strong, but they lasted for some time. And what was happening that entire month?
The Neopes?
Exactly. Another large gathering of Neopians. Just like I needed to gather power from another to make my card reading stronger, I think the Lyre must need the power of all of us gathered together to power it enough to send these messages.
That seems a little far-fetched.
I know. It's just a theory. My other is that since it's a musical instrument, maybe the Lyre likes having a crowd to put on a show for. However, that one mainly seems silly.
Well, either way, if your theory on crowds of Neopians triggering your visions is correct, I'm afraid we are running out of time. There are only a few days left until the Festival of Neggs ends.
Yeah, if it ends, so might my visions, and we won't know why I am receiving them once more. In that case, we all need to get back out there. I can feel that we are close to answers.
These Neggs aren't by the seashore, but she does sell them for sure.
The Negg stash is inside a real big shell. You put your ear to it, but can't hear the ocean. Perhaps because you are already in it. Kari grabs the Neggs out of the shell.
In celebration of all your hard work, you can now pick a Negg.
I can't help but think that this creature is lost or something. Maybe once we figure out what is going on, we can help it. For now, though, we are almost there. I can feel it.
Sometimes the best offense is defense, so these Neggs are up somewhere that will keep them safe no matter the expense.
You almost grab a laugh grenade before seeing the stash elsewhere in the shop. Kari seems shaken from the grenade incident, but shakes it off and holds up the Neggs.
Which would you like?
These visions have taken a lot out of me, but I get the sense that this is all for something important. Please keep searching a little bit longer.
The event is ending soon. How are things going with your visions?
I haven't felt them fading, but I suppose if my theory is correct, they wouldn't be yet. But please, festival goers, if you haven't yet, go search around Neopia for anything strange and report back to me as soon as you do.
Hopefully, these Neggs don't end up in a magical brew, or else we'll have to travel back in time to make them anew.
The Neggs are sitting amongst the potion bottles. Kari seems distracted by all the potions, but comes to and holds up the Neggs.
There hasn't been any luck with potions helping with the gray, but you never know. For now, focus on choosing a Negg.
Thank you for all your hard work. It seems like my visions followed the creature wherever it went. I wonder how it traveled so fast. But I suppose it must be done moving now, as most of the visions have stopped. I know we may be short on time, but I need a little while alone to hone in on what is left. Please come back soon, and I'll have more information. I promise.
Nothing gets the gears moving like a nice game of wit. You'll find these last Neggs where you can try on the hottest new outfit.
Cog picks up around the shop as soon as you find the Neggs hidden in a pile of clothes. Kari holds the Neggs up.
Good job. This means we are officially done with the Negg search. That means once you pick the Negg you want, we can return to Orion to see if he needs any more help.
Now that the visions have calmed down, the original one of lava returned, and this time much stronger. I was able to play the lyre to intensify it for myself and saw what looked like a crevasse next to a very tall building. This is the last time I'll ask this of you, I promise, but could you please take a look around anywhere that may fit this description and report back to me if you find anything?
You enter a small, newly formed crevasse at the base of the building and find a sort of cave at the bottom. It seems like this cavern must have been sealed up before the crack formed. Inside you discover a rather large pet asleep by the flowing lava. Better bring it back to Orion to see if this has anything to do with his vision.
This creature seems fairly large for your average pet, and who knows how old she must be if she was trapped below the surface until now. With how you described the crevasse, it seems like the construction of the Obsidian Company building made the cave she lived in no longer structurally sound, breaking it open and allowing lava within once again. I'm no pet expert, but she seems to thrive off lava. Perhaps that is how she traveled around, going all over in search of food. Whatever the case is, I am unsure why my visions would have led us to her.
Wait, Orion, what is that in the spikes on her back?
It sort of looks like a musical cylinder, like the kind music boxes used to play songs, but it's a rather odd shape.
And made of lava.
Yes, and made of lava. I have no clue what sort of music box could play this, but as soon as I touched it, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I think this must be what the visions were leading me to.
And this little big gal must have had it stuck on her while she ran all over. But how did she get it?
I don't know. I suppose we are left with more questions. For now, I can feel as though there is more to this mystery, but thanks to you, we found something that could lead us to the answers. Perhaps the next big gathering will help us unlock even more of this quandary, such as the Altador Cup. I'll be sure to check in, and I hope to see you there. The intense dreams and visions, those visions, another dream.
Your dream.
The dream, the intense visions, multiple visions. The visions, my visions,
Those visions.
my vision. The visions, my visions. The strongest visions, no vision, dreams, and visions.
Bring your visions.
My visions. These visions.
Your visions.
The visions, my visions. The visions,
His vision.
my visions. The visions.